Now we'll move on to the question of what bracha should be made on the Besamim. So in Orach Chaim, Simanim Reish Zayin to Reish Zayin, there's a whole list of what things when you say Sbe Besamim, when you say Atzei Besamim, when you say Minei Besamim. So the Sephardi minhag generally follows the specific rules. It says the Yalkut Yosef Achal Bekat Gefen Mevarech Ala Besamim. Imu Etz Mevarech Bo Atzei Besamim. Imu Minese Mevarech Bo Sbe Besamim. Besafek Mevarech Bo Minei Besamim. But the Ashkenazi Psak, the general Ashkenazi Psak, bring the Magen Avraham this Shla. Mishum Deina Kol B'kim Bebrachot Iknu Lomar Borei Minei Besamim Yotzei Al Kol Minim. And I think the point is this: when I pick a leaf, I pick a branch, I pick something, and I wanted to smell it, I say, "Oh wait, I'm not sure what bracha to make, so maybe I'll open the sefer and check." And if someone else would pick it and not sure what to do, maybe they'll come around to the local Rav and say, "Oh, I'm not sure what bracha to make on this." But you can't have the whole community coming to the Rav every week, Motzei Shabbat, trying to figure out what they should make on this time, right? I have a cinnamon stick. What bracha do you make on a cinnamon stick, right? It's actually not a simple question, right? Right? It's not so clear. So, what bracha? Once it's something that everyone is going to be doing at the same time and will happen in every single household, you have to make it simple, right? That's basically the idea here. As opposed to if you happen to be on the tiyul and you're going to smell something or not, or you just have a shayla, so ask a shayla. But if everyone is doing it, you have to keep it simple. You have to have one unified thing. The Aliyah Rabbah goes same direction. After mevorchin al perot v'karkum v'naglich shenatan reach tov b'perot, right? It's a totally different bracha. V'kol kom b'avdala mevorchin leolam borei minei besamim. משום דין הכל בקיא בברכות הריח, תקנו ברכת בורא מיני בשמים שיוצא בדיעבד בכל עניין, וכן משמעות הפוסקים. So you say, just like, what do you say on the drink that you drink out of Dala? You're supposed to say shahakol, right? I mean, assuming you're drinking Chamar Medina, right? If you're having whiskey, obviously, or beer. So you say shahakol. You keep it simple, and you say Borei Besamim, and that covers everything. Of course, also if you're Sephardi and you're not sure what bracha to make, you'll still say Borei Besamim, right? Don't go hacking your Rav every week, or ask once at a different time. It's more convenient. Now, an interesting question that came up is the question of what about brachot on synthetic smells? And here, Rav Shlomo Zalman has something that struck me as strange. I just want to point this out. So like it's Mei Bosim. So there are many details. I'm not going to go into all the details. There's just one point I found interesting in this whole discussion. You could look up over there in Shmat Shvakil Chatad. It just brings a bit of a list there of different things of what you can make a bracha on. He had an interesting point about Mei Bosim, right? Synthetic different perfumes and different deodorants and deodorize different kinds of things. ייתכן שגם העיקר פטור מברכה שהרי נעשו באופן מלאכותי, כפי שאומרים גם מדברים ממש מסריחים. מכיוון שהשינוי הוא רק על ידי הפרדה כימית, ייתכן שאין לברך על זה. This I found very surprising. Why don't we say borei minei besamim on perfumes or on other synthetically engineered things like that? It says because it comes from some kind of chemical separation, and it could be that the original what's it, right? They take something out of, I mean, there's nothing synthetic, right? Everything comes from nature. They take something natural, and then they find a way of separating the smell component, right? The part of it that you want to smell, the part that smells good. And they mix it in with the other things, and that's what creates the perfume, that's what creates the deodorant, that's what creates whatever it is, right? Now, Rav Shlomo Zalman says, since the original item, the original thing you had, doesn't merit the bracha of Borei minei besamim, you shouldn't make a bracha on the final product either. And that I found very surprising. I have a certain leaf, I can't smell anything, or it even smells bad. But I take it to the laboratory and I remove the right parts of it. And now what I'm smelling is those right parts, right? Those parts of it that I want to smell, as opposed to the original thing that I didn't want to smell. In the end, even after the chemical discombobulation of this item, ultimately I've managed to refine and find that exact thing that I do want to smell. So I'm not so sure why I can't make a bracha on that. You see what I'm saying? He's saying if the original product is not something that merits a bracha, so also the final product shouldn't merit a bracha. And I say, why not? Why don't I say, what do you mean by the final product? The final product is a certain component or certain components of that original product, that original item. So I'm making a bracha on those components. No, I found this very surprising. Not so clear to me why not, but that's just a general rule that people should know, not to make a bracha on things that are synthetically engineered.